feature. And it's the same thing. It passes it the whatever piece, whatever the element was in the array, when it defined it. So feature one for or feature zero for Julius Caesar, feature one for Marcus Aurelius. But let's see over here on feature. Now this has a bunch of different things. Okay. Um, the primary thing that is interesting is that what it does here is that I click on Genghis. I think that's Genghis Khan. I click on Genghis Khan. So now it takes this block, which if you remember, back here was big. It now takes that down. Where's Genghis? All right, doesn't matter. Alexander. It takes that big block and makes it smaller and moves it over here to the side and shows this profile and has all this stuff. This is where the real meat is going to be. The information is going to be about the character. But it creates all of that stuff on the fly. And so what it does is it does some of the same things. It creates these buttons up here on the top. You see button ID equals reserve, button ID equals back and next. What I did here is I created dynamically whatever the image that I sent one. So let's say I sent Alexander, which was 10. Well, then that means that if I want to go back, I want to go to 10 minus 1, which is element ID or array element number 9. And then if I want to go next, that's array ID number 11, right? So now I have these dynamically created buttons that can move me forward or back, all created dynamically. I did not have to hard code any of this stuff over and over again. I had to do it once, but I didn't have to do it over and over again. And then all this other stuff is some basic things. It checks to see whether there's a video in there. So it checks the variable, the object property new video, and if its length is greater than 0, then it's going to show a YouTube video. And then over here, it cycles through all the thumbnails, all those photos that were here. All those photos that were here, it changes all of them into smaller images, 50 pixels. Okay, so now they show up down here as much smaller. All right, now this is, I'm not going to say it's the most complicated thing in the world because it's complicated when you haven't done it, but this is pretty cool. You can go from a gallery like this and then just dynamically change it, still retain all your properties and all that sort of thing. So it's pretty neat in that respect. Now, what other things I want? There are other things I want to show you. Now, what you can do is you can go in here, obviously, and look at the code. And we're going to sort of, I think I want to take one of your next JavaScript classes and create a interactive photo gallery like this. So I just wanted you to see how I was doing it. But let's take a look here at the filter.